You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, because you're headed to the Nightwatch zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, guys, on a Sunday evening. And once again, we're going to be talking about a group of movies, a top five, but this time we're not talking about our favorites. We're talking about our top five worst Stephen King movies ever. Killian's with me, and of course, Coriander. And guys, we've talked about Stephen King movies quite a bit on this channel. We've done top 10s of our favorites. We've talked about some of the specific movies that we absolutely love. We've done watch parties. You know, we've given Stephen King a lot of love on this channel. But tonight is it's time to get serious, man. All right, real quick, before we get going, just to say hello to everyone in the chat. David's in the chat saying popping in early to say that no way Dreamcatcher is even remotely one of King's worst. Oh, okay, there we go. Here we go. Selena's in the chat. What's going on, Selena? Saying hello, Langoliers. Oh man. Dominic's in the chat. What's up, Dominic? Good to see you, man. Polar's in the chat. What's going on?
Hey.
We got Val. Val's in the chat. How's it going, Val? Good to see you. All right. And we got Jim from Now It's Dark. What's going on? Saying hello. Hey. And let's see who else. And we got Barb's in the chat, our newest channel member. What's going on, Barb?
Hello.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. It really helps to support the channel, keeps the lights on. And hey, we do exclusive watch parties and hangouts and content, all that type of stuff. So glad to have you aboard. Thank you so very much. As a matter of fact, just to give you some credit right now, this one is for you. And there it is. A little Tom Jones dancing never hurt anyone. But thank you so much. We appreciate you, Barb. Thank you. Let's see who else we have in the chat. We've got Mayan's in the chat. What's going on, Mayan? Good to see you.
Hey.
My buddy Steven from Steven Jervis and Friends podcast. What's going on, man? Saying hey, everyone. Also new to the channel memberships and stuff. And the other night, Ronan and Ben, those guys were gifting out memberships like it was Christmas candy. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Very kind. Barb saying I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely. It's a
lot of
fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Okay, guys. So you know how we do this thing. We're gonna go round robin style. We're gonna have Kill go first, and then Coriander, and then me. So Kill, let's talk about the worst Stephen King movies to you, and we're gonna start with number 5.
Okay. Well, first off, I just want to put a disclaimer. I love Stephen King. Stephen King books are amazing.
Yeah.
Stephen King is not the best at writing endings for certain books.
Good point.
And whatever people did with his movies, where he sold the rights for like $1 and people just grabbed it all, that's on the directors and the suits in Hollywood. Okay.
Right.
And this list, yeah, they're bad movies, but I still like a lot of these. Like my number 5.
Okay.
My number 5 is the scariest movie ever because Steven said so. He said he was going to scare the hell out of me. My number 5 is Maximum Overdrive.
There it is.
So look, you know, I'm a kid and I see a tractor trailer with the Green Goblin's head on it.
That's right.
Like, that's just cool. What is this about? And essentially, you know, it's a bad movie. It really is. It is. It was at a certain time in Steven's life where he was having a lot of fun.
Yeah, he was.
I'll just say it like that.
White, snowy fun.
Hey, China White, whatever. But it's a bad movie, but it still is a fun movie. It's dripping 80s.
Yeah, it is.
And look, come on, guys, it's still Stephen King. You know? So my number 5, unfortunately, this had to be on a worse list. Even though I love it, my number 5 is Maximum Overdrive.
All right, man. Now look, you I knew it was gonna be on your list, man.
Yeah,
I
of
remember
course, but I love
when
it.
I know, I remember when we saw it as kids. Real quick, James jumped in saying, "Hi guys, how's your 4th of July weekend? Going pretty good, man.
So
Hope
far, so
yours is
good.
going well too." Yes. Let's see. Man saying hello to Barb. Okay, you guys are all right with each other. JJ's in the house. What's going on? All right. Uh, Barb saying, yes, it's so well known that the movies of his rarely live up to how great the novels were. It's so true, man. I
Barb
mean,
knows
I
what's
think
up.
that's true. Yeah, I think that's true with so many novels and books. When you adapt it into movie form or TV form or streaming form, like a series, it's tough, man. It's so damn tough. But good point, Barb. JJ saying that movie was great.
It was,
Yes,
but it,
it
it
was.
also wasn't. It was
Yeah,
fun.
it was. Well, listen, well, Barb says she says, "Ha, so fun though. I need to see if it's streaming somewhere for a rewatch." Well, let me just say this, and Coriander knows where I'm going to go with this. Maybe about 4 months ago or so, we did a watch party for Maximum Overdrive, and we did it at a time where it was kind of one. It was one of those late night ones, wasn't it, Coriander? And we just
I
kind of.
wasn't there for it, so I don't
Well, I
know.
know you weren't, but I think that's why, because it was really late and it was kind of last minute.
No, because it
And
was Maximum Overdrive, dude.
anyways, the point being is we are going to do a rewatch party of Maximum Overdrive at some point soon. So, anyways, keep your eyes out because I'm telling you, man. JJ said they had a great AC/DC soundtrack. They did, and look
They
who's in the
did.
chat. Look, Steven from Craven Something Scary. He knows what's up because he was there for the watch party. Said Maximum Overdrive rocks. Time for a rewatch. That's right, man.
Oh, to the negative.
Woo. What's up? Beth's in the chat. Miss 80s herself saying, hey guys and ghouls, long time no see. I too love Maximum Overdrive. Not so guilty pleasure. There you go.
There you
Good to
go.
see you too, Beth. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back, I should say. Yeah, man. Barb said I'm down for a rewatch party. Good times. Man, I'm telling you, it's a fun movie, man. It really, really is. All right. So, Coriander, what are you going to go with for your number 5?
All right, so I just want to say, this is my list.
Of
It's
course.
nothing
Yeah.
against all you people that love these movies.
Of course.
This is
Of
just,
course. This is just for fun, like we
just
always do.
what it
This is just
is,
for fun.
right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He said,
So,
uh-oh.
yeah, no, well, I have this
Why are you
spell.
saying uh-oh?
I don't know. I'm just
All
getting
right.
prepared.
Yeah.
What do you
So
got?
Cell is my number 5.
Okay, Cell. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, how this weird virus you can catch like through your earpiece that'll make you like turn into a zombie that's just ridiculous. And it's too bad that these 2 actors had to like be in this movie because it's just too bad. I didn't even finish the movie, so I really don't know how it ends, but I just know that it was bad. So yeah.
Oh man.
You didn't
All
miss
right.
much, Coriander. You didn't.
Yeah, I figured.
Right. And real quick too, we got Ty's in the chat saying ahoy. What's going on, Ty? And Tashana's in the chat. Amazing movie. Welcome. Haven't seen you guys in a while. And if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button. It helps to support us. Carrie's in the chat too. What's up, Carrie? Saying I love Maximum Overdrive. Who made who? Epic song. Yes. Barbara's a fan of the book for Cell. But says I barely remember the movie, so that probably says it all. Yeah.
The book is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's too bad too, man, because I loved John Cusack and Samuel Jackson in 1408, so that kind of messed up everything.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. For me, my number 5. Now, this was an interesting list. I was telling Kill this when we were backstage before we went live. He's looking at me all funny. These movies, like, and most of these movies, I don't hate. Some of them are like bad, that they're kind of enjoyable, but this one really did frustrate me, and it could have been really good. And it comes from a really good book series. This is so frustrating the way that they did this particular movie. But I'm gonna go for number 5. My pick is The Dark Tower. Now, listen,
Mm.
there is no reason on God's green earth, if you have Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba in a movie based upon an amazing series by Stephen King, that this movie could be as poor as it is. I mean, it has moments, but first of all, they should have never tried to make that series into what is it, like an hour and 40 minutes long, Kill?
Yeah,
It's not, it's barely even 90 minutes. It's, and it's like you can't condense all of that into one movie. You know what I mean? Or try to. They took liberties with the story. It was just like I just don't understand it. I know at first that they were thinking about doing a streaming series, which would have been good. Like that's the way it should have been done, because there's way too much in the Dark Tower series to put into one film, maybe even in a trilogy. I mean, it's a lot of material through those books. It's like what, 7 books, I think.
I believe.
So, anyways, I had to put this on my list. Very frustrating. Kill knows, because we've talked about this before, but my number 5 is The Dark Tower. I should call it The Boring Tower.
Oh God.
All right. So, and for you guys in the chat, definitely let us know what you think of our picks, but also give us some of your picks. What are your worst top 5 for Stephen King movies? Because I'm sure there might be some similar ones we have and some different ones. So, all right. So, Kill, let's go to your number 4 spot.
All right, I'm not going to even delay this. Bring Dark Tower back up. Look,
yeah.
The casting, Idris and Matthew McConaughey, perfect. Matthew McConaughey is supposed to be the man in black. He is pretty much Randall Flagg. And
yes, baby, can you dig your man?
Yeah, exactly. And hey, we love that character.
That's right.
And he did bring charisma. But this movie, which I have only read, bits and pieces of the book because it's a long series, but they try to cram in way too much material for an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. And it's a damn shame, and this is what upsets Stephen King so much. He's like, you're taking my babies and you're doing me like this. The special effects of Dark Tower were hit and miss.
Yes.
The villains, it was just stuff that was just like thrown against a wall. Like, hey, we'll put some of this in there. Hey, we'll put some of this in there. And
that's right.
And Knight, you're gonna hate this analogy because I know you love this franchise.
Here we go.
It's like Resident Evil.
Stop.
Hey, you know that villain that's in the 5th game? We're gonna put it in the 3rd movie. It doesn't matter. Who cares? As long as it's a big guy with an axe, no one will notice.
Wow.
So they just threw stuff in here and just they just knew they had a franchise.
Oh man.
Just do a long format show on HBO, on Max or something like that, and take your time with it. Amazon, if you're watching, you're trying to do long format shows like Rings of Power. Get the rights to Dark Tower, please.
That's what I'm saying, man. And they were going to do that originally, man. Ty was saying it should be like a 3-hour trilogy. Each movie should be like 3 hours long, like the Lord of the Rings extended edition. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's just so much ground to cover. And man, Beth agrees, saying they should have made this into a long form TV show. Yes, indeed. Destin's in the chat. What's up, man? From Destination Station, saying I've owned this movie but still have not watched it.
You're not missing much.
You're not. Oh my god. David's got at number 4 The Dark Tower. Okay, there you go. Strange Monkey. Our man Strange Monkey's in the chat. I forgot about the Dark Tower's existence.
Yep.
It's true. The Boring Tower. It really was, man. It's like, how can you make this story so bad? Oh my god. Polar saying, I haven't read any Stephen King books yet. Any suggestions for which one to start with?
Ooh, I love The Stand.
I was just about to say,
The
you're my
Stand is
brother.
amazing. Hey, great
Hey,
minds.
that's right. The Stand is really, really good. Yeah, I would say so. Beth saying the Pet Cemetery remake would be my number one worst. Don't even get me started on how that damn trailer ruined.
Wow.
You know what? Right?
I actually forgot about that one. Oh,
Right.
ooh, you dodged a bullet, Pet Cemetery remake.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Terry's in the chat saying I thought it was a decent movie. I think talking about the Dark Tower. I mean, it definitely had its moments,
It did.
and it wasn't the actors, they did what they were given, but when I think about what it could have been, that's where it's frustrating. It's definitely not a movie I hate, but I think as far as being, adapted from a great series, it really fell short. It
Yeah.
really Man said, should I even finish watching it? No, read the books. Read the books. You'll enjoy them a lot more. Save yourself the frustration. All right. Coriander, what do you got for your number 4?
So I have The Mangler. Haunted
Okay.
Laundry Machine. The acting in the movie was terrible. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It sucked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. When you first saw it, do you remember like your reaction to it, or what made you want to see it? Was it because it was a Stephen King movie?
Yeah, but is Robert Englund's in this one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's directed
That's
by
what
Toby Hooper.
exactly. And
You
Robert
got
Englund's in
Robert.
it. So
Yeah.
it was like, this should be a pretty damn good movie. And it was like, what? This
Well,
movie freaking sucks. I fell asleep like I don't know how many times. So
Wow. Now, see, even on the poster, and you guys know how I love posters, even on the poster, it really tries to sell you that because it talks about the from the Masters of Horror, from 3 Masters of Horror, the ultimate tale of terror is about to
yeah,
begin. And director of
no.
Poltergeist, Toby Hooper, star of A Nightmare on Elm Street, Robert Englund, a short story by Stephen King. And it sucked.
It did, man.
Like,
It
what's going
did.
on? It's like poor Robert.
Exactly.
I felt so bad for Robert in this, man.
Yep.
Real quick, we got a super chat that has come
Hey.
in. Thank you so much, Barb. We appreciate that. Coming in with
Nice.
a $5 super chat. Wow, thank you. We really
That's
appreciate
awesome.
that. Yeah. And she says, Children of the Corn is up there for me. So corny and bad. It needs to be redone properly with better acting, or just throw the whole thing away.
But Barb, what about Outlander?
We have your woman.
Son.
Oh my goodness.
You know it's true, man. Oh my God.
Man.
Hey, look, no, but it's a good point though, man. Children of the Corn, and I haven't seen it in a long time, right?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
and but it is, I do remember it being kind of pun intended corny. And that's too bad, man, because Linda Hamilton's in it. We love Linda Hamilton, but
Yes.
yeah, that was a tough one. All right, Barb, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's play this one for you. Here we go.
But listen up now. This is serious. When you're tempted to do something wrong, even if the reasons are good, think twice, because you never know how things will turn out. You might be getting yourself and everybody else into a whole lot of trouble. Do what's right, and you can't go wrong. Take it from me, Mr. T.
There it is. The the greatest words of wisdom of all time, man. Of
Yeah.
all time. Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you, Barb. We really appreciate it. Seriously. Beth saying I wouldn't start with The Stand. I would start with a shorter book. See if you like his writing style. Just my thoughts. Try out different seasons or one of the other compilation novellas. Yeah, and he does have a couple, so that's true.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
definitely start with some short stories. Yes.
You could read The Mist. That's a short one.
I love that. I love that one, man.
Mhm.
I love it. Val also reminded people, please make sure you hit the like button. It definitely helps to support us. Let's see. And you guys thanking Barb for the support. Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Carrie saying, I actually love Children of the Corn. Laugh out loud. Linda Hamilton is just awesome. Well, she's awesome in it, but yeah. Yeah. And that's right. We did hear about that. Linda Hamilton is going to be in the next season of Stranger Things. That's going to be
What?
really, really cool.
Oh man.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
the final season. The
Hmm.
final season. Yes. Very, very cool.
That's kind of a bummer.
What, that it's the final season?
Yes, I
Well,
enjoyed that
yeah.
show. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, they're all
absolutely.
adults now, so
Yeah, it's true too, man. It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah. But still, evil exists even doesn't matter how old you are, obviously.
Oh, don't worry, they'll do a
So,
remake in like 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, let's hope
probably.
not. Oh God, let's hope not.
Oh yeah.
All right. So for my number 4, this was a movie that, look, with the cast in this movie should not be as poor as it is. It's not horrible. Like there's some parts of it that I really enjoy. And when you got an ensemble cast, it's like, how did this go so wrong? Like it really went wrong. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting. My number 4 is Dreamcatcher. And look, man, all I know is that when you've got you know what they're called when you're in the bathroom and where they're coming out of. It's like, what the hell is going on in this movie? Like, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You got Morgan Freeman and the greatest eyebrows of all time. It's like, what is going on in this movie, man? It should not. I'm just telling you, seriously. I never forget when I first saw this movie, and
Better
I love these
respect
types
those
of.
brows.
Would you say?
Respect the brows.
That's right. It's like I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I just, Anyways, when you're dealing with aliens and stuff like that, I love that type of stuff. But this movie just had some weird ass shit in it. It really did, no doubt, no doubt. Okay, all right, real quick. I don't want to belabor it. Carrie's coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Carrie. We really appreciate it. Saying I need me some. Gotta work that. She said in need of a spirit lift, and also that's why I said Linda Hamilton was awesome. I love it because of her. Okay, I get it. I could deal with that because she is absolutely amazing in it. So no doubt at all. All right, and Carrie's so funny. She says she needs a pickup. Carrie, we
Aw.
appreciate you so much. We hope that your day is going okay, but we're gonna do this one for you. So hang on, we got this. And yeah, thank you so much. Here we go.
Gotta work that ass for daddy.
There it is. Carrie,
Oh man,
you're
can I just
what?
say I'm still waiting for Jake's video with him doing that because that is all I friggin' think of now. Whoever put that in my head that one
I
time,
know.
that's
I
all I
know.
see. That is all I see.
I'm surprised he hasn't done it
Anyway,
yet, but I don't foresee it happening. Anyways,
shit.
Carrie, thank you so much. We appreciate you. You know that. Much love. Terry was saying it's a good point. The first Children of the Corn, as bad as it is still the best of all the sequels. There's like what 8 or 9 Children of the Corn
A
movies.
lot of
It's
corn.
crazy. It's a
Oh, my daughter loves the band Corn, so she'd be like, "Oh yeah."
right.
That corn
So,
is good.
I know.
Selena's going with Langoliers. Barb says, "Oh, Sucker Punch! I loved Dreamcatcher. There was some good stuff in it, man, but whew,
Oof.
there's some other stuff too, man." Terry also saying Dreamcatcher is an awesome movie. I mean, we might have to do a watch party for that. Seriously.
Oh no.
David said, she said, "Oh no." David said Morgan Freeman about the sign with the Lakers with those brows. It's true.
What?
Oh my God. Carrie coming in with another super chat saying Dreamcatcher. Every time my stomach growls, I panic. That's good. It was so oh my God, man. Just thinking about it. Crazy stuff, man. We appreciate you, Carrie. Thank you so much for that. David saying, I like it. I like everything Timothy Oliphant is in pretty much like Duddits. I just like it. Yeah, right. I love Timothy Oliphant too, but man, I'm telling you. Yeah. Mayanne saying, Night, when you're doing the SMC announcement tomorrow stream. Yes, we're going to be doing our announcement during Slasher Movie Club tomorrow night at 8:00 p.m. So definitely keep your eyes open, man. We'll be announcing it tomorrow. We will be announcing it tomorrow. Ethan's in the chat what's going on? Saying, has somebody said the Langoliers? They better not. I love that one. Everyone's talking about the Langoliers, man. It's crazy. It's so funny. All right, so Kill. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we at? Our number
Number
three. All right,
Okay.
man. So what do we have for your number 3 spot, bro?
All right. So this is a movie I did grow up liking, but
Here we go.
bad acting, bad special effects, and a storyline that's kind of cringe and suspect and a little incesty.
Oh,
My
geez.
number three,
Oh,
my number 3 is Sleepwalkers.
and
There it
oh
is.
no.
Oh, look, when cat people, move into your neighborhood,
Watch
a
out.
mom and a son, but yet they're scared of cats. Like you're scared of your own kind, pretty much. And they like to mate with one another. Bad things can happen. um, this
Clovis.
movie, yeah. This movie, it's another one of those Stephen King movies that kind of came out like rapid fire, boom, boom,
Right,
boom, boom.
right.
I have never read the book, so I'm not sure how faithful. Maybe you guys in the chat can tell me how faithful Sleepwalkers is to the book, but I can only go off of the movie.
Right, right,
And
right.
I swear I saw so much rubber cat face makeup in this, and it's like, I know this is an older movie, but we've had American Werewolf in London. We've had
Right.
Michael Jackson's
Yeah.
Thriller. We've had some great special effects, guys, and this looked like some Spirit Halloween store stuff that was in this. And I'm sorry, and I swear, even when I was younger and watched this, I couldn't get over it. So this one was a no-brainer. It was going to be on my list. No offense to anyone who loves Sleepwalkers, but I would love to see a modern remake of this with better, special effects and just a more, I guess faithful to the book story. My number 3, Sleepwalkers.
Oh man, look, I do exactly where you were going with that. And listen, the thing of it is, man, is that when you have the effects that work like that, and the hero of your story is homeboy right here, Clovis, Clovis the super cat.
Aw.
Oh, there you go.
What is going on, man? Oh my god!
Look, the TV show Beauty and the Beast.
I was just thinking that
Vincent looked better and more realistic. Shouts out to Ron Perlman.
the Ron Perlman, yes,
and Linda Hamilton. Man, it all comes back to Linda.
yes, yes.
Like, I'm sorry, like, and that was a TV show.
It was a TV show, man. All right, so look, real quick. Kay's in the chat. What's up? Saying Storm of the Century. Is it good or bad? I actually enjoyed Storm of the Century. Did you ever see that, Coriander? Or, Kill, you've seen it, right?
Yep.
No.
What'd you guys think? What'd you think of it, Kill?
Oh, I have no problem with Storm of the Century.
Yeah,
It's been a
was
while
actually pretty
since I've
good.
seen it though, but
Yeah, but it was pretty good. Jamie's in the chat. What's going on, Jamie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Barbara's saying, you know what though? I'm always curious when someone likes an unpopular movie or dislikes something that masses love. That's why I love these discussions diving into horror. Absolutely, man. I mean, and we enjoy it too because it's just about how people, perceive these different movies. And sometimes some of it is nostalgia that helps or hurts the way you look at a movie. So we love it too. That's why we do these discussions so much, because it's so much fun. Tashana saying, I loved Dreamcatcher. Beth says, I knew it. I think she was talking about Sleepwalkers. Yes.
Yeah, it stands out.
And our good friend Steven, who was there when we did Sleepwalkers as a watch party, says, Clovis. There he is. Clovis.
Don't mess with Clovis.
Don't mess with Clovis. Oh
He's
my
so
god.
cute. Oh
He
my
is
god.
cute, but he was a hero. He really was.
Yeah.
Dominic saying, I love Sleepwalkers. Yes. And Barb said, somebody had to say it. I knew Sleepwalkers would pop up. That's right.
That's what I do, Barb. That's what I do.
Val says, "Come on, Killian. Clovis is the king of the kitties."
He is. He is.
Oh my God. David saying at number 3, he's got Cell. Tough to have Cusack or Samuel Jackson in a movie and not like it. Exactly. Exactly. And he says, thank goodness for 1408. It's true, man.
Yes.
So true. Steven saying hashtag love for Clovis. That's right. That is right. Selena saying Carrie would be my pick for best adaptation. That I could definitely agree with that. It is such a
Yeah.
great adaptation. Yes.
I don't know. All I know it's a great movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Man saying I love it when Coriander doesn't agree with you guys. She's hilarious.
He is. We love
She
it.
is. Jamie saying
man.
I love how bad Sleepwalkers is. There you go.
Yes, Jamie.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yes. Carrie says, why can't we do best adaptations of Stephen King books night? Well, we've done it before.
We always
We've
do
done it
best.
before.
Exactly.
Yeah. We usually talk about the stuff that we love, and we figured today we'll
Yeah.
change it up for you guys. Have some
Yeah.
fun with it.
Yeah.
Sir James is in the chat. What's going on, man? Good to
Hey,
see
Sir
you. Saying,
James.
hey guys, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right. So let's move on. So Coriander, I believe we're up to you for number 3. What do you have in your number 3 spot?
Okay, so I have Graveyard Shift.
Ooh.
I mean, this movie is just about, well, it was too long and it showed too many industrial workers killing rats. And it was just, a mess. And yeah, it was just bad.
And it's crazy
So
because it's got the great Brad Dourif in it, right?
it does. It does. He's the
Yeah.
exterminator, man. But these friggin' rats, I don't know. Just like RoboCop had trouble with rats too. I can't remember the friggin'
What?
the movie he's in where he's got rats in his apartment.
Okay. You mean
Remember?
okay, you mean Peter Weller. Yes. Dude, when you
Yes.
said RoboCop, I started thinking
RoboCop.
about freaking RoboCop. I'm like,
Well, he plays
what
friggin'
about this
RoboCop. I
damn
couldn't
rat?
think of his name.
Yes, Peter Weller. What was the name of
Yes.
that movie? That was a good
I
one.
can't think of it.
Yeah, we'll
I
have to
don't
look that
know.
up afterwards. It actually was
Yeah.
a pretty good movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
was a good
was.
one. Much better
Yep.
than this.
Yes. Oh my
Right?
God. Yes. Yes.
Yes. The poster is magnificent though. I love this poster for
It
Graveyard
is a
Shift.
cool poster, definitely.
It's like it's got a cool poster,
That's
it's
the
got a
only
cool
thing cool
name.
about it. Mm-hmm.
Well said. Well said. Man says we need a 1408 watch party. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Well, man, make sure you leave that in a comment to remind me. That's a good idea. I love that movie. What's up, Wayne? Wayne's in the chat.
Hey.
All right. Barb says that's fair. Dan's in the chat. What's going on? Saying anyone mentioned sometimes they come back. Ooh, good one. No, it hasn't been mentioned yet though. Let's see. I want to catch up to you guys. Wayne saying Needful Things is a real terrible one. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't like that one much either. Jamie saying Graveyard Shift belongs in a graveyard. Good point.
Yeah.
Good
Mhm.
point. Good point. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move to my number 3. Now, again, this was tough, man, because some of these movies, and I've already said this, but they're bad, and I know they're bad, and they're the worst of his movies. But sometimes you just like a movie, or you get some fun out of it, and I cannot lie. There's some fun to be had in this movie, so I'm just gonna be honest about it and just put it right up here. And we've kind of already touched upon it, but my number 3 is Sleepwalkers. Look, man, I can't lie. This movie is just really bad, man. When we did a watch party for it, we were laughing our asses off at so many points in this movie. Of course, we were cringing at stuff too. It was just one of those movies that I just wondering how was it this bad? And Kill, you said it perfectly. even at the time when this came out, there were things on just regular network TV that looked better than what they were doing in this movie. It's like, come on, guys, this is a Stephen King movie. You can't be doing this type of stuff to us. You know what I mean? But still,
Can I just
shout
say
out.
that Steven was hilarious on certain parts too because he had never seen it, right?
That's
So
right.
when certain things would come up in his reaction, it was
His
priceless.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Oh my God. But all truth being said, shout out to Clovis. Clovis still rocks. So my number 3 is Sleepwalkers. All right. Bones is in the chat. Okay, of unknown origin. That's the name of it with Peter
Yes.
Weller. Good
Yes, it
call, man.
is. Yes.
Good call. Good
Check
call.
it out,
Yeah,
Killian. Check it out.
yeah. Selena saying graveyard shift needed to get a shift on. Bad pacing. It did have bad pacing. It really did. It's like, man, telling you. Um, Barb says it's making its rounds today. Yeah, Sleepwalkers, I'm telling you, it's definitely one of those. It really is. Um, they do old Stephen dirty with these TV adaptations, man. They really do. It's interesting, man, because he has so many great movies, right? Great adaptations,
Yes.
and
Yes.
especially at this time, in the early mid 80s, there were so many good ones. So I was like, how did they mess this up so badly? That's my question. But anyways, and we're not even done yet. All right, Kill. Let's go. Let's go to your number 2. As I always say, let's proceed with caution, man. Let's
Okay.
proceed with caution.
So I'm going to do something I rarely do. Before I even
Okay.
say the name of this movie, I'm going to name some of the people in the cast here. Okay, so just
Okay.
bear with me here. Okay, you got Thomas Jane, who also
Yeah.
was in The Mist, another
The
Stephen King
Mist.
adaptation.
Yep.
Donnie Wahlberg, Timothy Oliphant, Damian Lewis, Jason Lee, Tom Sizemore, and Morgan Freeman.
The brows.
Dreamcatcher is frustrating. Dreamcatcher
Preach.
is frustration on film, guys. Look, once again, I have to just preface this. I have not read the book, but I have heard from people who love the book that this is absolute shite. Okay, yes, they said it in the British version, shite. It's just literally they picked and choosed. Okay, we'll take this. Okay, we got to have that. We got the guys for the cast here, but it is just a mishmash of what a lot of people said is a really, really great book. And I remember seeing this in theaters. Okay, mainly really wanting to see why Morgan Freeman's eyebrows look like that, but
Oh my God. I don't even remember what his freaking eyebrows look like.
Night, do we have a
Oh,
picture of his
man.
brows?
I'll get a picture for you.
Well,
I'll try to
yeah,
get
they
one.
are like anime general brows. They are video
Are they like
game boss
caterpillars?
brows. Oh yeah,
Bro, listen
yeah.
to her. Are they caterpillars?
Yes,
What
they
is going
are.
on?
Yes. But once again, when you put the name Stephen King on it, that gets
Right.
butts in the seat.
It
Okay.
does, yeah.
And I didn't have this one on here because I personally would feel it's blasphemy. But Lawnmower Man is nothing like the Stephen King book.
That's right.
But they took his name and they said, look, we have this other movie that's sort of science fiction, and we're just gonna pay the rights, but we're not gonna really use your book in any way, shape, or form other than put your name on it. There you go. He's about to fly away. There you go.
He's about to fly.
I'm sorry. I just
What?
So look.
You see Coriander?
Oh, they are caterpillar.
Oh man,
I mean,
yes,
like,
stop.
I mean, look, he's a
That's
villain.
true.
You he's a villain.
He's got to be with, bro. You can't be a good person with those type of eyebrows.
No, but the last thing I'll say is all of those actors that I named are great character actors. You may not know those names, but if you saw those guys, you would know, oh, it's that guy or him, or so forth. So the cast is there.
Yes,
but the direction and the special effects and just the mishmash of we'll take this from Steven and we'll leave this, we'll add this, we'll put some brows in there. No,
Mhm.
no. So this was
Mm-mm-mm.
another easy one that definitely was going to be on my list and at the top
Dude, I bet
of my
I
list.
bet they like he could shed his hairs and give you a rash like the fucking brown tail does.
We what?
The
Oh man.
caterpillar.
All
Caterpillar
right.
Morgan Freeman.
Hey, but I will say it had moments, man. There was some good moments in it, and I was just like, come on, guys, get this thing together. It's such a great cast, too. And I know some of these guys in the chat, they're fans of Dreamcatcher, Wayne,
I
Jamie, a couple of you guys. That's cool, man. That's cool. It's definitely not his worst movie, that's for sure.
no.
That's for sure. They had some missteps though. All right. So Coriander, what's your number two?
Okay, I'm probably gonna get a lot of haters for this,
It's
but
all good.
I just have to say that this is a movie that I saw when I was a kid. I
Uh-huh.
was young, and just like Halloween 3, I haven't watched it since. Well,
Right.
I have
Okay.
Halloween 3, but
Yeah.
Christine I have not watched since I was
Well,
a
now you
kid.
said it.
And
Okay.
I've tried, but I still just I don't know. I don't know if it's the main actor who's in it. Because
Uh-huh.
once I saw him like Revenge of the Nerds, or which one was it? Like part 7? I can't remember which one it was. It's like, dude, I don't know. It's not just him, it's just everything about it. I don't know. It
But the
just
car.
the car, right. I get it. He's obsessed with the car. The car gets obsessed with him. I get it.
Right.
It's just, I mean, if I had a muscle car, I would probably be obsessed with it too, actually. But I mean, come on. No, this just wasn't for me.
Place
And I don't know
John
if I could sit through
Carpenter.
it. It doesn't
There you
matter.
go.
Look at who filmed what? The Mangler? Who was it again? Toby Hooper,
Toby Hooper. Yeah, true.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
No.
And Dan is
Whoever
saying
wrote it sucks.
Dan
No.
saying rewatch it, Coriander. We'll have to rewatch it, man, because just like with Halloween, you came around on
I don't know,
Halloween 3.
man.
You
I
remember?
did,
And you
but
came around
Tom
on
Atkins is
TCM
it.
2.
And well, it still bugs me. And I'm not saying I said it's not as bad, but it still isn't
Yeah.
my favorite.
Well, no, not
So
a
I
favorite,
don't
but
know if I can do
definitely a
this
different
one.
point of view.
I don't know.
She said language. She's like, I don't know if I can make that type of commitment. Ty saying the It miniseries was pretty bad to me. I know that's a hot take, but I don't care. All right. Okay. There you go. Let's see. Barb saying, I'm with you on this, Coriander. It did not grab me, and I don't ever need to rewatch it. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, my first experience with Stephen King was Carrie. And if you
Yeah.
guys, if you know me, that's what got me into horror. And once
Mhm.
I saw, it's like, what the hell is this shit? And it just, not that I said that because no, I was a kid, but thinking
Yeah.
about it now, it's just like, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Hey, what's going on, Denisha? Denisha's in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So we're gonna go to my number 2. Now, this was a movie. Again, it's just no reason for this movie to be as bad as it is. I remember when I saw this, obviously when I was younger, and I just couldn't believe that it was just so bleh, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm not gonna belay the situation. I'm talking about The Mangler. And look, this was at a time, man, when I was, so much into horror. I was still early in my horror journey. So of course that meant, and especially growing up in the 80s and stuff like that, of course I was a huge fan of Robert Englund. So, being a fan of A Nightmare on Elm Street and the big three and 80s horror and stuff like that, anything I could see with these actors, if they did something else, I would check it out. So I was so excited to see this. You've got Toby Hooper, the director of the freaking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this movie was just ridiculous, man. Beyond ridiculous. Coriander, you were right about The Mangler. Kill, have you seen The Mangler? Did you see
Many,
it
many,
when
many moons ago. Yeah.
Oh my god, man. The movie is rough.
Yeah.
It is so rough. But anyways, that is my number 2 is The Mangler. All right, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to our number one worst Stephen King movie. And Kill, before we go to your number one, let me just catch up in the chat here. Let's see. Barbara saying Carrie was good. Piper Laurie, man. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
so good, man. Whew.
I love Carrie to this day, and I've seen that
Yeah,
movie like I don't even know how many times.
that's right, man. Dan saying Keith Gordon is amazing in Christine, and the Harry Dean Stanton rule is in full effect. Jamie saying the Mangler is so bad. Yes, yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. Barb saying this is another one that lands in B-rated horror for me. Good for people who love that. There you go. Wayne hasn't seen the Mangler. All right. Denisha coming in with a super chat. What's going on? Thank you so much,
Oh,
Denisha. We
thanks.
appreciate it. Saying she's missing the podcast. We're gonna try to
Uh,
update it soon, Denisha. We are. We really, really are. But thank you. We appreciate the super chat and all of your
I'll try to
support that
get
you give
on
us
him
all
on
the
that,
time.
Denisha. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Okay. So, Kill,
Mhm.
let's go to your number one as far as worst Stephen King movie.
Okay. So for me, this was a book that I read,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a page turner. I loved
Mm-hmm.
it, and that's why I could easily put this as my number one because the movie is an abomination. My number one is Cell. And and
Okay.
and and let me just quickly just give you a premise.
Okay.
In the book, mild mannered John Cusack, his character, he's in Boston. He's a book writer. Oh yeah, everything's good. He's in an open square where people are getting ice cream, kids are having fun, and all of a sudden, everybody who's on their phone or within earshot range of a phone, they all start killing each other.
Mm.
The signal goes out on all cellular, devices, and if you hear it, you go insane.
Mm-hmm.
The book progresses so much. His character evolves. There's so much character building.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel L. Jackson's character has an arc, and essentially, even the people who change, they become a hive mind, and they go from being mindless murderers to being spooky intelligent. Sort of like the Strain.
Yeah.
And they have such an interesting showdown where they start to outnumber normal humans. So
Mm-hmm.
there's morality in this book. There's a hierarchy of, or is this the next step in evolution?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Whereas this movie, they just broke it
Preach.
down to the most basic shit. Like they're just like, yeah, people are crazy, dude. You're not gonna get your kid back. It is what it is. Yeah, Samuel Jackson's gonna be in it for a minute. And oh,
Right.
another very we know her. Our girl from The Orphan is in this.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and she plays an interesting character. But even
Mm-hmm.
that arc where she comes in, they minimalize it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Look, do yourselves a favor. If you are new to Stephen King books, or you want to read something that's just really interesting, because in real life, Stephen King hates cell phones, and that's
Right.
what made him want to do this, because he just hates how addicted all of us are to our little screens. He
Mm-hmm.
at the time of this, I believe he didn't own a cell phone. I believe to this day he probably doesn't because he hates them. But it's
Mm-hmm.
a great novel.
Good point.
Check it out if you're looking for something to read from Stephen King. It's not a fast short novel, but it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely gripping and just very timely, I'll say. But the movie sucks. And that's my number one.
All right, man. Hey, look, let me just say something real quick. I know Kel is look, he was amped up about this like when we would have regular conversations. He's like, that movie sucked, man. And he was so
I
pissed
was
off
just
because he
so
loved the book so
disappointed.
much.
Missed
I know you were.
opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, bro. Uh you were preaching from the heart, man. Real quick.
aw.
He was, man. He was so disappointed in the movie. I felt bad for my little brother. David at number one has the Mangler. There you go. There you go. Love it. Love it. Okay. So Coriander, we're about to hit your number one. Polar says interesting. I'll check the book out. There you go. All right. Okay. So Coriander, what do you have in your number one spot for the worst Stephen King movie?
Okay, so this movie's, a little ridiculous. The only thing that I love and used to have the soundtrack of is to this movie. Um, what else can I say? Oh, and it used to be played in my house like a lot because it was someone's favorite movie that is just ew, and it just doesn't represent anything good for me at all. It is Maximum Overdrive. I'm sorry, but it is. I mean, the first couple times you watch it, it's like, okay, it's not bad, but when it's like the 20th time, it's like, shit, this movie fucking sucks, man. And I just can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. I can't
What's the name of the
do it.
diner again?
I don't
Oh,
even know, man. I don't know.
I'm just thinking about the trailer where Stephen King is like, "Come on down and hang out with the boys at the Big Belly Diner."
Stardust.
Big
Yeah.
boy.
Something
I
like
don't know.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
something like
scare
that.
the hell out of you, Corey.
Yeah, I love that trailer.
Oh,
where he's like,
fucking please.
I'm
After I do
I'm gonna
this bump.
scare the hell out of you. Oh my god, that's too funny. Let me let me catch up with these.
Oh, man.
Dan said, "How about the Tommy knockers? Not sure aliens are King's thing." That's a good point,
Tommy
man.
knockers.
Does he have kill? Let me, because you've seen a lot of his adaptations too. Does he have a good one with aliens involved?
I really
We got-
can't think of one. That's a great question.
Barb saying, I've said this to Jake as well, Knight. You're another one that has a great radio style voice, perfect for podcasts. Thank you very much. And Denisha's been on us too about getting our audio form of our videos out. Definitely going to keep working on it, but we do have it in audio form too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wayne says, I haven't seen Cell. You don't want to see it.
Don't do it,
You
Wayne.
don't. You don't. Eric in the chat saying The Stand 2020 is the worst. Ooh. See, I didn't even start it because I just heard so many bad things about
Yeah,
it.
a lot of these you guys are talking about, I haven't seen.
Yeah. Let's see. Steven says, Coriander, you must join us for the rewatch party for Maximum Overdrive.
You know what? Stephen, I love you, but I don't think so.
Oh my
Don't think
god.
so.
Dan said the other version, Trucks, wasn't good either. Is it worse or better, Dan? You gotta let me know. And Val reminding people, please make sure that you hit the like button if you haven't already. Gina says the Tommy knockers is a weird one. That was a weird one, man. I remember that one back in the day, and it was just even the commercial for it. Because Kill, you remember when we were kids, we used to love watching Stephen King movies. They come on Sunday night, you'd see the commercial for them, and we'd be all pumped up. And we watched The Stand, we watched It, we watched all that stuff. And then Tommy knockers, woo, it's like, what? Okay, guys. So for my number one, let me throw this one out there. It is literally, out of all these movies, to me, it's the worst because it's just poorly done from A to Z. And there's a specific reason why. We'll get to that in a second, but there's no doubt, to me, as far as the movies I've seen, the worst movie from Stephen King, his adaptations, is the one that he directed himself, Maximum Overdrive. You do it.
Nice.
Listen.
Nice.
Listen.
Good for you, babe. Good for you.
Listen.
But he still loves it.
That wouldn't stop me. That wouldn't stop me.
Kill. Chomp. Bro, listen. When we were kids, listen, our cousin, if I remember correctly, our cousin turned us on to this movie. So, right, Kill?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes. So, of course, there's nostalgia in that. This movie is bad, man. And Steven was skiing on a slope of cocaine. I mean, seriously. He said it himself. It's just a horrible movie. But I'm not lying. Coriander's going to be like, what? It's one of those movies where if you're watching it with people, you can have some laughs. You really can.
No. Maybe you can, because we did, man. Good for you, man.
Emilio Estevez.
I'm so
Right?
happy for you.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God. So this has got to be the worst one, man. I'm telling you. There's no doubt about it at all. It's a bad
Yeah.
movie, man.
Mhm.
It is so damn bad. Um Real quick, let me let me catch up in the chat. You
You
guys
know,
let
it
us know what
almost
you're.
kind of pisses me off that they used all these good AC/DC songs to put into this
Yes.
movie. You know, pick some other
Yeah.
fucking music, not AC/DC.
But it's a
Well,
movie
at the
Come on.
time,
with killer machines, and
Yeah.
appliances, and the main killers
yes.
were these big ass balls out trucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
at the time,
AC/DC to
AC/DC
that.
was just, AC/DC was just
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
so that's why they got
Were
him.
they? I guess so. Yeah, they were, definitely, but it's
Dan
just too bad.
saying, Trucks is not as campy, just blah. All right. Terry saying Maximum Overdrive is my favorite Stephen King movie. There you go. All right.
There you go.
Okay. Very, very cool. Ty saying Pet Cemetery, Cujo, and Thinner were some of the first horror movies I've seen. All right. Very, very
Ooh,
cool.
that's good,
Yeah.
right?
The
I
Dixie
love
Boy
Cujo.
truck stop. Yeah,
Dixie
Cujo was
boy,
awesome.
come on
Yeah,
down, hang
that's right.
out.
Come on down and get crazy. Barb saying Maximum Overdrive makes you look at appliances differently, though. I tell you what, it did for household appliances what Final Destination did for us on the road behind a logger truck. That's
Yes.
true. That is so true. Oh my gosh. Moviegoers in the chat, what's up, man? Saying the Golden Years is my number one worst by a mile. Love you guys. Can't wait to catch this replay. Thanks so much,
Oh,
man. We
nice.
appreciate you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Brandon's in the chat. What's going on, bros?
Hey.
Hey, everyone. All right. Jamie saying, I love Maximum Overdrive. Laugh out loud. I saw it in the theater and it was a blast. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Brandon
sure the
saying,
very first time in the theater. Oh, I'm sure.
yeah. Brandon saying, it from 1990 for the win. Ooh, that's a hot take. That's super hot take, man. Wow, that hurt. Let's see. Barb saying, I definitely I would definitely listen on my commute to work. Absolutely. That's what we hope people could do, man, is just enjoy some of the stuff that we discuss in audio form if they have long drives and stuff like that, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Ben's in the chat saying Dreamcatcher is the worst to me. Those aliens at the end looked terrible. They did. Terrible. They really did. Turtable.
Wow.
Barb saying the It remake scared me enough that I can't go back and watch it again. Yeah, there were good parts about it. I was gonna say that as honorable mentions, just to name some that were frustrating to me, and not meaning that they're like bad movies per se, but just out of the movies from his work. But chapter 2 really was a dip for me versus It chapter 1. I don't know how
Yes.
you guys feel about it, but it was sucked, man, because they had such a great cast. But then again, in the 1990 miniseries, the same thing kind of happened there too. Once you get to the adults, it's kind of like, it loses something to me. You know what I mean?
It loses that sense of adventure.
Yes,
know,
yes. And wonderment. You know what I mean? Because as adults, in general, they're all like so flawed, right? And just they're flawed as kids too, but as adults, they're flawed and boring, right? As kids, they still have an imagination. So it's interesting, man. Kay saying Carrie from 2002. Ooh, good call. Good call.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand up to the original.
Oh,
Barb saying
God.
Skarsgård with the weird clown lisp in the first one drove me nuts, though. I'm sorry, but it did. It was distracting. Right. That was a good call too. All right, guys. This was this was a lot of fun, man. And look, we've talked about Stephen King so much on this channel, and we've had so much fun talking about our favorites of his. So this was a lot of fun talking about the ones that just missed the mark for us. But again, some of these are movies that we think are really bad, but we still can get some enjoyment out of some of them. So, anyways, it's just an interesting thing to talk about.
Yeah, that's coming out of your mouth, not mine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ty saying, and adults, we're not afraid of anything besides losing our jobs or health. There you go.
Yeah. Right.
Brandon saying, I personally love It Chapter 2 more. Chapter 1 was cool, but I got sick of the 80s by that point. Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it. It really, really is. I agree.
Mm.
So, anyways, guys, this was a lot of fun. Let us know what you think in the comments as far as your top 5 or any of these movies we talked about. We tried to get to every comment we could, can't get to them all, but leave us some comments. We can have more discussion down in the comment section. Don't forget to the like button if you haven't already. It helps to support us. And also, a special shout out to you guys. We've had a lot of channel members that have jumped into the family lately. We really appreciate it. It's helping us so
Yeah.
much to be able to do more streaming every week, multiple times, giving me more time for uploads of videos and so forth. And speaking of which, tonight at 9:15, we've got a video coming up where I got a chance to sit down and talk with one of our good friends from YouTube, another content creator, Lady Shasha. So definitely come back later on tonight, just in about less than 3 hours. We have a good time. It was a great conversation, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. I really, really do. As we head on out, Val saying, please make sure to leave a comment in the comment section after the live. Really helps out the channel. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Barb saying, so glad I found this channel. Great discussion. Well, thank you so
Oh,
much. We really appreciate it. We're
Yeah.
glad that you found us and having a good time with this community. Is a lot of great people here. So, and Val,
Mhm.
thank you as always, the general welcoming all the new Nightwatch Zone members. We appreciate that. Barb saying also appreciate that you have a list of all your upcoming streams listed so I can plan for it. We do try our best.
Yeah.
To put up our upcoming streams. I usually try to put them up at least a day or a few days in advance. It doesn't always work that way, but one thing is for sure, we try to keep a schedule. Monday nights is Slasher Movie Club at 8. Sundays we usually stream at 5:30ish, 5:45ish, and we also stream on Tuesday nights at 8:15, and we try to maintain um that schedule. So definitely we want to make sure that people can hopefully join us if they choose to do so. So thank you, David. We appreciate you. Wayne, we appreciate
Yeah.
you. Brandon saying I can't make the stream, every stream, but I love the work you put in, bro. Thank you so much. We
oh,
appreciate you, man. Seriously. Yes, yes. And let's see. And Barb, tonight it's going to be 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is listed on the front page of the channel too. So we will definitely be hanging out and have a good time. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. We will catch you guys later. You've been awesome. Leave us some comments so we can keep talking, and we'll catch you guys later on. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.
Okay.